I need to warn you about certain Iranians who might look like they're on the side of our revolution against the Islamic Republic and fighting for a free Iran. One of the key ways that many non Iranians have figured out on how to identify who's on our side is to see whether or not they support Prince Reza Pahlavi. A lot of the people who are on the side of toppling the Islamic Republic, they feel a bit more confident when they see somebody's a monarchist, somebody saying Javid Shah, somebody saying King Reza Pahlavi, or even if they're not a monarchist, they show support for Prince Reza Pahlavi. For other people, their understanding is that somebody like that is pro-America, is pro-Israel, is obviously anti the Islamic Republic, and supports Prince Reza Pahlavi, who is the leader of our revolution and also the leader of the transitional government once the Islamic Republic falls. However, I have to warn you about a minority, and I have to emphasize this because most of the people who show that they're supporting Princess of Pahlavi are not the people that I'm going to be talking about. This is a very small but loud minority of Iranians who claim that they support Princess of Pahlavi and they shout Javid Shah and they say King Reza Pahlavi, but they go against Princess of Pahlavi's orders and his calls to action. Specifically, when it comes to Princess of Pahlavi's team and his plan, their support for Princess of Pahlavi is surface level. But Princess of Pahlavi's team, the NUFDI team, the National Union for Democracy in Iran, and the Iran Prosperity Project, which is basically Princess of Pahlavi's plan, they are constantly attacking everything that Princess of Pahlavi has done to help us fight the Islamic Republic and also to prepare for the transition period. They also keep attacking the most important people within Princess of Pahlavi's team. They constantly attack one of the most trusted people by Princess of Pahlavi, which is Saeed Qaseminejad, and other members of his team. And the reason why I'm making this video is because Princess of Pahlavi, he recently came out and said that he has picked Shirin Ebadi as the head of the committee for drafting the transitional justice regulations. And because she is considered somewhat more left-leaning, there are some people who claim that they support Princess of Pahlavi, which technically they don't, because they are now constantly attacking Shirin Ebadi, even though our leader, the leader of our revolution, has clearly picked her to do this task. A lot of you are not familiar with this because you haven't been following this revolution in Persian like many of us have for a couple of years now. This has been a constant struggle for us. Again, I don't want to exaggerate how big of a deal this is because the vast majority of Princess of Pahlavi's supporters, both monarchy and non-monarchists, are really good at understanding the situation that we are in and that we have a leader of our revolution. And by picking him as the leader of our revolution, we have trusted him to know what we need to do at what point. And when you are in war, when you're in the middle of a battle, you follow the direction of your commander. And the vast majority of the Iranian people in this revolution have been very good at doing just that. But because a lot of you non-Iranians are not familiar with this, I thought it was important that at least the people who follow me are aware of these fake friends that we have in our revolution, because even though they're small in number, they are, in my opinion, some of the most dangerous enemies of the revolution because they look like friends. For years, they constantly, not only they ignore Princess of Pahlavi's requests, they go and do the exact opposites. When Princess of Pahlavi keeps telling people that Saeed Qaseminejad, I trust him, IPP is my plan, NUFDI is my team. You know what these people do? They say, that's not his real tweet. That's not his real post, even though it's posted by his official account. They come up with the most bizarre conspiracy theories. saying that, oh, his account was hijacked. Somebody is forcing him to post this. I kid you not. There was even this guy, Shahram Homayun, who on his live show, he was actually responding to Prince Reza Pahlavi's video message telling these people to cut it out. And he said that we can't be sure that message was not forced out of him, and maybe there were people with guns behind the camera forcing him to say that. I'm not exaggerating. This guy's theory, conspiracy theory, is that Prince Reza Pahlavi in United States, in front of camera, was forced by people with guns from the NUFDI team, were forcing Prince Reza Pahlavi to give messages to the Iranian people against his own wishes. And these idiots think that NUFDI is the Islamic Republic's agents, either forcing Prince Reza Pahlavi to do things against his own wishes, or manipulating him or giving him false information. The most bizarre, these people are cuckoo. They have the most bizarre takes. It's insane. Some of you might be, okay, now I don't know who to trust. Don't worry. I have a solution. If you are concerned if the person you're talking to, even though they're saying Javid Shah or King Reza Pahlavi, or they seem like they also pro-Israeli, pro-American, there's one thing else that you need to check. There's one last test to see if these people are actually supporting Prince Reza Pahlavi, or is their support surface level, just in appearance. The thing that you need to check is, do they support NUFDI? Do they support Iran Prosperity Project? And the reason why that is important is because Prince Reza Pahlavi has said that this is important, that this is my plan, this is my team, and he has asked us to support these. But now we have also another test. This might be a tough pill to swallow because Shirin Ebadi is considered to be somewhat more left-leaning. And I'll tell you why that's not a problem, by the way. It's actually a good thing. Also ask them that, given that Prince Reza Pahlavi has given her full support and trust to Shirin Ebadi, do you accept that from the leader of your revolution? Check that as well. Ask them that. And this is a good test to see if you're dealing with somebody that actually does follow Prince Reza Pahlavi's command. By the way, I'm not making this up. Prince Reza Pahlavi actually posted this. Let me just read this to you. Prince Reza Pahlavi said, in recent days, Shirin Ebadi and other members of the Committee for Drafting for Transitional Justice Regulations have been subjected to vile and malicious insults and attacks. I express my appreciation to Mrs. Ebadi and the other members of this committee who at this critical juncture have stepped forward out of a sense of national duty and have stood alongside the great majority of the Iranian people. As the Committee for Drafting Transitional Justice Regulations and its members act within the framework of national interest and move along the path towards the victory of the Lion and Sun Revolution, they maintain my continued support and confidence. The composition for this committee is a clear reflection of diversity and unity in Iran's national revolution. The attacks against Mrs. Ebadi and other members of the committee by those who constantly speak of pluralism, dialogue, and unity demonstrate these individuals' hypocrisy and double standards, and that they do not practice what they preach. For them, these words are merely tools for hostility towards the great nation of Iran. The Iranian nation pay no heed to such hostility. Resolute, united, and steadfast, it moves forward on the path to the victory of the Lion and Sun Revolution and the realization of justice. Long live Iran, Reza Pahlavi. In the comment section of this post, I kid you not, there are some people of this conspiracy camp that I'm telling you about that are coming up with deep analysis to show that this post was not really posted by Prince Reza Pahlavi. These are conspiracy nut jobs. This is Prince Reza Pahlavi's account. And if this was not a post by him, he would come out and said on camera or somewhere that, hey, guys, my account has been hijacked and I have no control over them, so don't trust what is being posted there. But these people would do everything to create a Prince Reza Pahlavi that reflects what they want, and they refuse to accept the real Prince Reza Pahlavi. By the way, I'm not going to go into the details for why These monarchists, I don't even consider them to be monarchists because most monarchists are sane, good, sane people. But these monarchists, there's a reason for why they hate these group of people that I mentioned, from NUFDI and the people behind IPP, and none of it is rational. At the end of the day, we trust Prince Reza Pahlavi, and these people are his pick. If you want to come talk to me about that, come ask me in the discussion group that we have. The link is in the description. If you want to talk to me, I'm there every day. But let me address this criticism that I always get. They come and tell me that, Armin, I thought you're for free speech. I thought that you like criticizing. What is this blind following of Prince Reza Pahlavi that you have, that you think that the people who are disagreeing with his pick are the enemy? First of all, these people are not criticizing Prince Reza Pahlavi. They're coming up with the most insane conspiracies that Prince Reza Pahlavi is not doing anything wrong, but these people have kidnapped him or they have isolated him, and there is no way for us to contact Prince Reza Pahlavi because they have him in a bubble. It's not like, oh, we respect these people, but here's this and this that we disagree with. That's not what's happening. These people are actively trying to destroy Prince Reza Pahlavi's team, even after he has asked everybody not to do that, while at the same time pretending to be his supporter. Also, something with regards to criticism. I'm all for criticism, but there's a time and place. First of all, the anti-free speech accusation that I'm getting is stupid because I get to respond to you. Me responding to you is not shutting you up. Two, if I say there's a time and place for criticism and this is not it, that doesn't violate your free speech because that's my recommendation. I'm not holding a gun to your head. My suggestion is don't criticize your commander when you're in the middle of a battle. We are soldiers. It's not like we already reached the point where we have a functioning government and Prince Reza Pahlavi is just a politician. We're in the middle of a war against the regime. In the middle of a battlefield, when your commander tells you to throw a grenade, you don't say, sir, that might be a good strategy, but I think I should pick up my machine gun instead. That makes you a not very effective soldier. You say, sir, yes, sir. Again, this is not me being against criticism. I just believe that there's a time and place for this. I might be wrong about this. Criticize me in the comment section if you think so. I'm open to feedback. But I think when it comes to Prince Reza Pahlavi and his team and his plan, the time for criticism is when they ask for criticism, which they do actually quite often. Another point I want to make is about diversity. Don't worry, I haven't gone full woke. When woke people talk about diversity, they're talking about diversity where it doesn't matter. I'm talking about diversity of thoughts, something that the woke left is allergic to. Not all left, by the way, which I'm going to get to right now. Prince Reza Pahlavi picking Shirin Ebadi is him picking somebody a bit outside the way of thinking of his main supporters, which is a good thing. This is the form of diversity that we need. Guys, we're not anti-left. We're anti-woke left. We're anti-Marxist left. We're not anti-liberal centrist left. Once Iran is free, we want to have right-leaning and left-leaning parties. This is a great way to show that Prince Reza Pahlavi includes different opinions in his team. This shows that Prince Reza Pahlavi represents Iranians. He doesn't represent right-leaning Iranians. He doesn't represent monarchist Iranians. He represents Iranians. We have been fighting for people from other camps to also accept Prince Reza Pahlavi and join him. We should be celebrating every time Prince Reza Pahlavi can demonstrate how broad his base of support is. I want to congratulate Shirin Ebadi, and I see her as our ally because our leader, Prince Reza Pahlavi, told us that she is, and that's all I need to know. Let me know if that was helpful information. Sometimes I make these videos and I'm thinking that this is a bit too much detail for non-Iranians. But let me know if I'm wrong. If you have really specific questions that you want to ask me directly, again, reminder, the link to our discussion group is in the description. I hope that helps. My name is Armin Navabi. I'm Israel Chai. Long live America. Javid Shah. Payande Iran.